So, how are you, sir?
Yes, I'm fine. How about you? How are you?
Yeah, I'm also good. We are meeting first time, so we need to introduce self. Okay.
All right. You're all right. First of all, thank you so much for having me here. And coming to my introduction, so I'm Vikas, and I basically come from Uttar Pradesh, Prayagraj. But I have been living most of my life in Delhi with my whole family, and I have completed my bachelor degree last year. And for the time being, I'm doing MA in English literature. In addition to this, I'm also running my own YouTube channel where I upload some conversational videos so that I can level up my communication skills and language fluency too. This is all about me.
That's really very nice. Really, that's a great. Okay, if I talk about
Mhm.
myself, I'm from Bihar state. I'm a primary teacher in private school, as well as I love to talk with the new peoples. I like to talk with the foreigner also, and I'm so passionate to traveling a different kinds of city for learning new things. Okay, so it's all about me, yeah.
Okay, good to hear that. All right. So,
Thank
what is the spark behind learning English? I mean, what is the main objective behind learning English?
Okay, basically, there is not a specific reasons behind it. Basically, as I consider, this is a global language, and if you want to really approach the people, so that language will help you. Okay, so that's why still I'm learning because I just want to approaching the peoples, communicating with them, and learning new things each and every moment of my life. Okay, and the
All
better
right.
maintaining your consistency also. I just want to maintain my consistency because of that reason I'm learning this language.
Okay, good to know that. All right, sir. How did you learn? Because you're speaking very fine. So, how did you learn this language?
Basically, I'm learning by having conversation with a different kinds of person. If I get a different kinds of vocab, okay, by using by that kinds of person in their conversation, so I'm just picking one and try to implement in my conversations. Okay, and the vocabulary is the root of spoken English. So without having the plenty of vocabulary, how will you convey your thoughts? That by that way I'm learning, and as well as I love to read novels, okay, story books, so we can learn different kinds of things there and maintain I can extending my experience level also for having understand any kinds of things. Yeah, by that way I'm
Okay,
learning.
sounds great. So, as you told me, you're working on your vocabulary, and you consider if you someone want to speak better English, so they should have tremendous amount of vocabulary, right? This is the road key. So, just do let me know how to develop the vocabulary, how to build. As you just said to me, vocabulary plays a very vital role, to speak better English, isn't it? So, how to build vocabulary? These are my
Okay,
question. Simple question.
that's very easy. If you regularly read any kinds of a story, okay, and indulging yourself with different kinds of stories, so you must get a different kinds of vocabulary there. So if it depends on you, like how you remember like that vocabulary, and how have you put like that vocabulary in your conversation while taking with other. So by that way you can learn vocabulary. Yeah, that is my question answer.
Okay, that's great. But there is extremely concernable topic and the matter. What happened? We know when we just go through any news and we go through any video, any storybooks, we just come across big encounter with the numbers of words, vocabularies. But it's very hard to remember. After a point of time, we forget that. So, what do you think about how to retain the vocabularies for long run?
I think that is a simple way of remember for long your vocabulary while using in your conversation. First of all, if starting conversation with any kinds of person, you need to create your own situations, because without having the exact situation relate of your vocabulary, how will you pick up, right? So many people have the same problem because they couldn't get the appropriate situation related of their vocabulary, and that's why they are unable to use that vocabulary and they forget out, right? So if you want to maintain for long any kinds of vocabulary, so you have to just create your own situation, you have to put your own thoughts in your conversation. Then at that time you will get the chance to using like that vocabulary in your conversation, and by that way you can keep remember that vocabulary for long. That is my opinion.
Okay, I totally see eye to eye. In fact, I believe whatever the words and vocabularies are being learned by us, we need to implement in each and every single conversation in order to sustain that vocabulary for long run. All right.
Yeah.
So, do you have any specific question and anything that you want to know?
Of course, of course. Basically, I'm so passionate to know your journey. When did you started to learn English, and
Mm,
how did you get
okay.
the idea?
Okay. Good question. So, it's been almost 2 years. Okay. And if I specifically share with you, so I started 2 years ago my English journey. And still it is going on. As you can see, I'm just connecting with you and other people too. So that was full of, I would say, interesting and somewhere quite pathetic also. Being a non-native speaker, it's very tough to comprehend the each and every single concept about the English, right? Sometimes I used to miss like listening concepts. Sometimes I used to misunderstand the question. So there were many more things that I used to just, stuck. But eventually I just accumulated the way and I learned. Still, my level of English is not up to the mark. However, I can articulate my views and notions and ideas in a quite structured manner. And I'm also being quite constructive to myself so that I can probably remain myself fit and fine in order to just keep moving. Because the language is all about maintaining the consistency. And once you break the consistency, it is you're just going to lose the touch with this language, and so that will just that might will put you in trouble. So that's what I did, and still I'm just following.
Okay, okay. So it's been 2 years. Have you been just maintaining your
Indeed.
consistent? And what way? By only by that way, like maintaining conversation with the stranger people. Yeah, there are different kinds of way. Have you been putting for long to maintaining your
Uh,
consistency, man?
okay, good question. As a matter of fact, gentlemen, what I do generally, I read every single day, regardless of condition, regardless of the situation, what is at my home. For example, if any argument is going on, if I'm sick. So regardless of any circumstances, I read every single day, at least couple of minutes, only 2 minutes. So that is how I'm able to just retain the fluency that I have opted till now. And so I think reading has contributed a lot in order to maintain the fluency and also develop the fluency level in my way, in my case. So that has plays a
Okay,
very vital role.
it's really great. You have a build your discipline in your life. No matter what kinds of situation you get in life, even you whether you get fever or not, it doesn't matter how better time have you been getting in your life or not. You have to just maintain your consistency. You have to done all the things which is a requirement, especially in speaking field. So you all of these things have you done by that way, and that's why still you are performing well. Really, I can say you are speaking very fluent and using different kinds of vocab also, but you need to some of time now you just say you need to just say clearly, because some of time I'm unable to having the proper words meaning of yours. Okay, need to say just clearly. That is but otherwise everything is amazing according to me. Okay.
Yeah, yes, I acknowledge my bad. In fact, what happens sometimes when it comes to pronunciation, so I got the bit desire kind of pronunciation, and still I'm working on it. I'm just trying to make it as clearer as possible so that receivers can receive my message, whatever I'm trying to convey. So
Yeah.
thank you very much for
Yeah.
suggesting me.
Yeah, I consider whatever you say to other people, you do not suppress your mouth, okay, for saying any kinds of word. You just open mouth, you just say, okay, very confidently whatever you want to say, and basically you are able to convey your thoughts. I know, in better than me, but you are really speak very loudly and clearly, open mouthed. Okay, that would be always amazing. Okay,
Yeah, thank you very much once again. Thank you very much. Okay. So any
and
question? In fact, what happening with me now? Kind of, my mouth has totally gone dry. So
oh,
now it's kind of, like lips are just, sticking with each other. Even my tongue has just, it has just, got dry. So I'm unable to probably just, speak. And when your tongue go dry, so you can't speak clearly. I can just
okay,
feel
okay.
this.
It's okay. So many
Mm.
people also has a compliment me like, "Sir, you are speaking like a native speaker, British person," because my voice is looking like a different kinds of, not familiar to Indian person. So these are compliments always you get from other people's, but you need to work over there. Okay, gradually it must be level up. So don't worry. This is my opinion.
Mm.
It doesn't mean like I'm a right. Okay, so
Oh,
you
nothing
can
such
be.
as nothing such as. It depends on us. Sorry, it depends on us what we are trying to accumulate. And if we found
Yeah,
something interesting, find something like fruitful for us, so we are supposed to implement that, and that is how we people grow. There is none is I would say perfectly right, isn't it?
yeah.
So you have also some flaws, and I also have some flaws. Similarly, everyone have, and we all are
Of
working.
Yeah, that is mean like we are having the community around the people relate of this matter. So we will be awareing more and more every time, and that can be the become the education's information to us, right? Okay. So I have another question from you. Like, is it really grammar is important or not? What is your opinion? Because so many teachers have a same question. We should be learn or not?
I think you have. Sorry, you asked me the question. Does
Yeah.
grammar plays a vital role in how to speak better English or not? If I'm not wrong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I firmly believe grammar has a really tremendous role in terms of speaking better and very effective, impactful English. For those people who does not have any specific objective, for example, becoming a teacher or working in any IT company whatsoever. So for them, I think grammar plays a really very vital role. But if you're considering for just doing chit chat, hi, Chandan, how you doing? So that is okay, okay. But when it's come to written and spoken English, and if you want to just modify your structure, your sentence, customize accordingly the requirement, so how will you come to, I would say, customize, modify? So unless until you have grammatical concept, you cannot just modify. You cannot just demonstrate yourself such an effective and efficient manner. So in order to, I would say, modifying the sentence, customizing the sentence, we need to have the grammatical concept knowledge. Then only we can speak better and more specific and perceiving English. And I hope so, by which people will able to comprehend you in such a, I would say, uh, easier manner, very readily manner, right? So
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
story short, I just want to tell you, grammar has a place. Sorry, grammar has a really important role in how to speak better English, but it depends on person to person. What is the purpose of learning this language? Otherwise, there are many people they learn through listening, observing, and they don't have any idea about the grammar. What is the present indefinite is? What is the future, past, conditional sentence? However, they are able to convey their message effectively. So it
Yeah.
varies
Yeah.
from person to person. This is my point of
Okay.
views on it.
Yeah, yeah, that's a really great. But the point is that like how much grammar is it important, especially for the beginner who do not requirement of going in a deep knowledge of grammar, and that will be the enough for having like maintaining their conversation. Yeah, convey their thought with the any peoples. What is your opinion? How much grammar we should we learn?
I think there should be specific parameter. For example, at least that person should know the parts of speech. Okay, not in deep manner. For example, we have like 8 parts of speech. So every part of speech has their kinds, right? Multiple kinds. So there is no need to understand each and every single, I would say, concept. You can just learn the like in brief, and that will assist you to speak better English. Secondly, you might also, I would say, make yourself awareness with the passive and active voice. This is also very much important in terms of speaking better English. And if you want to convey any message effectively, and there are many situations comes in our life where we have to convey by using passive voice, isn't it?
Yeah,
And one more concept that is, you might know, tense plays a really very indispensable role, undoubtedly. So if you are aware
yeah,
about tense, so you can really have better structure, and you can just take the leverage of that, and you can speak better. And there is no need to just dig down, like more and more and more. If you have basic fundamentals understanding, you can speak better English. And one more thing I would like to highlight over here, there is no need to run behind advanced English and quite advanced. And there are people they consider like one should have very advanced structure. If you're able to articulate your voice, sorry, views and notions, ideas in such a simplistic manner, as simple as possible. So I think that is very expressive and very impressive from my point of
Of
view.
point of view is really genuine according to me, because we whatever in which background in the present time we are living, we couldn't expect to become advanced, deliver any different kinds of manner to other people, because if somehow you just think about you learn it, right, but other people are not comfortable with you, then how will you, what is the benefit of learning this, right? So first of all, you have to make some, like limitations. You can say like there is no requirement of going in a deeply in the SIA. You as much as you
Ye-
have to learn, you can be the able for mentioning your thought to other, and other people also eligible for understanding you. That would be the
Yeah,
better,
that would be
right?
the better option. In fact, there is one more thing. When beginners they start learning something, and as we both know, we are also beginner in this language, being non-native speaker. So if you just if you just run behind having accurate English, having accurate knowledge about grammar, so that can put you in the situation where where you might feel like to just give it up. Like, yeah, I should give up now. This is not my cup of tea. It's very tough. It's very difficult. So I can't
Yeah,
speak. So that can just put you in the situation where you feel uh, like I'm done with it. Okay, this is not my cup of tea. It's okay. All right, I'm better
yeah,
with myself. So I think this is
yeah,
also kind of brutal truth of the grammar, because grammar is really very deep. So I think in beginner case we should never force and criticize them to learn grammar. Whatever they are speaking, and there is no need to correct them. If they are, I would say, committing any errors while speaking, so we should not correct them. If you correct them, really they are going to lose the interest, and they are just, probably put themselves again in the situation where their energy is just going to suck by their own thoughts, and they might just feel like, yo, again, I need to cure it out. So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what happened.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I think I used to think also in my beginning days, you know,
yeah. You are right, because after indulging ourselves in a different kinds of situation, we some of time is that kinds of situation break our interest, and once again your interest will be gone from your inside. So you can't run behind that for long. That is the major issues with the many peoples, not you and me and every peoples. Okay, so that's why we
indeed,
feel self comfortable doing like that activity towards our goals. Okay, time to time, because we have a requirement of motivation also, and motivation work as a medicine time to time to just accelerate self internally towards our goals. Okay, so that's why we need to take easiest way, okay, to approaching that level and try to increase the level, you know as according to our comfort, according to me. Everything will be maintained by that way, right?
indeed. Even the fact is that learning grammar can really assist you to speak better English, very accurate and effective English. But it has really many flaws, especially for the beginners. So I think it seems like, it seems them like a rocket science, isn't it? And still, we people don't want to learn the grammar. We don't want to just dig down, as far as I know
Yeah,
about it. So I strongly believe if you are just going to judge and give them the feedback about the grammar, that is just going to reflect on their confidence. And once their confidence get weaker, they will never feel like to learn again. You have to just ignite the fire within them. Hey man, you can do it. So that would be quite complicated. So
yeah,
rather
yeah.
than suggesting and emphasizing them to learn grammar, I think go with the flow. Whatever you know, whatever you're speaking, whether you're speaking a broken English or perfect English, it doesn't matter. Just go with the flow and nothing.
Of course, because we need to just consider like we have to make self eligible for convey our thought. That would be enough, except
That
anything
would be
else.
enough.
Right? Yeah, because what is the real intention of us to interacting with the people? If we will have the appropriate knowledge for convey our thought to other people, that would be enough now. But this is the greediness of the peoples which is emerging very rapidly inside. We have to learn more and more and more, and that is become the reasons for helpful, right, of their interest. So that's why.
Indeed, this has been an illusion in Indian society specifically. This has been, I would say, biggest illusion in Indian society. They just want to capture more and more, and we have of their captioness. They just try to convey the things, but only because of not proper understanding, they just lag behind.